Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the WWE Save. We have Monday Night Raw, technically the go home Raw for the draft event here that we will be having. Backlash All Star Draft. Stupid name, I know, but this whole save is stupid, so why not? We're gonna get an update on the situation regarding the general manager of Raw, and I can't really think of other things that won't be announced just on the show. Always good to have. And we do have a title match. I forgot. Sami Zayn versus Austin Aries for the United States Championship, a rematch for Sami Zayn's new United States Championship. Can Austin Aries win the belt and then go on to defeat Colt Cabana in the little draft exclamation match? We'll just have to see. Let's jump right into the show. So we come to the show live, and we have Shane McMahon starting off the show, and he's just like, he's in the ring, and he goes, okay, first thing, I've talked with Tyson Kidd, and we are working out a situation for SmackDown. We don't know why Markiplier has installed a takeover of the women's division. We don't know where Trish Stratus is. We have not received any information from them. I don't really know what's going on, and I don't have the power to say anything to do. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave that one to Tyson Kidd. He'll address that on SmackDown, but I thought I would address that. But the second thing is, I have to be completely honest with you guys. Anyone who wants to be Raw General Manager either hasn't called, is dead, or no one really wants to be Raw GM, because I've gotten no offers at all. Like no one wants to run this show. Like I've called people. I was gonna let people call. Maybe I tried calling people. I was so desperate. I called Vince Russo. I called Jim Cornette. Both no responses. No, I didn't even answer the phone. They might be dead. I don't know. Shit's really weird around here. I don't really know what to say. I'm more disappointed than angry. And that's when Robert Downey Jr. comes back, and he's like, oh, fuck this guy again. And Robert's like, let me tell you something. You can tell he's drunk, but he's not as drunk. And he's like, you know what? What if I was Raw General Manager? And Shane's like, you want to be Raw General Manager? Fuck it, yeah, you're Raw General Manager now. Good luck, champ. And he just pats Robert Downey Jr. in the back, and Robert Downey Jr.'s like, I was just fucking around. Fuck. So he has to run backstage to the general manager's office, trying to make sure he actually can get there. He stumbles a bit, but yeah, that's how we open the show. Robert Downey Jr. is now the new Raw General Manager. Have fun. And we have an exclamation match to start. Dang it! I didn't set it to a storyline again. That is my bad. But Dolph Ziggler takes on Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne doing fucking absolutely apeshit ratings here. Holy shit, 93. But Evan Bourne takes on one half of the tag team champions. They're going to face off at the draft event, and Dolph Ziggler manages to hit the zigzag in 17:37 for a nice win for the tag champions. Get some momentum into their tag team title match at the pay-per-view. And after that, we have a cool-down match as Madison Rayne takes on Sarah Del Rey, with Madison Rayne eventually just kind of, Sarah Del Rey puts in a great effort for, the 9 minutes she goes up, but eventually Madison Rayne hits the raindrop in 9:35 to pick up that win. And after the match, she runs and gets a microphone and is like, all right, AJ, you coming out with my matches last week, absolutely brainlet, idiot girl move right there. It's absolutely your fault that the Coven even exists. We don't even have a general manager now. Apparently, I'm now supposed to take orders from some dude on YouTube that does Minecraft or some shit. I don't know. This is ridiculous. And AJ Lee comes out, and AJ's like, look, Madison, I just wanted the best for the women's division. She's like, bruh, look at this girl, idiot girl right here. What the hell were you thinking? You didn't get the title off Astrid. Now Trish Stratus, an actual women's wrestling legend, unlike you, is just gone. She might be dead. We don't know where she is, or what's up with that. But you know what? I'm staking my claim for that title. I'm gonna do what you guys couldn't. I want to fight Astrid. I want to take that Divas title. And as soon as Trish Stratus and this drama shit ends, I'm gonna take it. So she leaves, and AJ is like, I wanted a title shot, but she doesn't actually say that. But she's obviously pissed off that Madison Lane doesn't want her help. And then we have Dolph Ziggler and DiBiase Jr. with their tag titles. They basically talk. They hype up. Dolph says what a great match it was to open the show. He talks about how cool it was for Yujiro and Evan. You know, he hopes that they put on that same effort again for their pay-per-view match. They're really excited and they can't wait to have it. You know, like a babyface, like versus babyface promo. See you Sunday, boys. Apparently Ted struggled going off the script, you know, but it is what it do be like that sometimes. And then we have Brock Lesnar beating the fuck out of Bobby Fish for, I did not really, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are a poor combination. They don't click at all. That's bullshit. But I'm very surprised that I'm just honestly, genuinely surprised that I said it for 10 minutes. It's like, as Bobby Fish does some athletics, and then Brock Lesnar like, fuck no, baby. And then just immediately just F5s the shit out of him, hits him with a couple, just to prove his dominance, prove Brock Lesnar still exists and is alive. Indeed. And we have, holy shit, the Shield basically are backstage, and they hype up their match. They're going to have an exhibition match at the pay-per-view with Suzuki Gun. So a SmackDown team versus that. And they talk about Suzuki Gun. They say their style is almost the same. They, of course, have more people. But they tell that Minoru Suzuki is about honor and about respect. But honor and respect only get you so long. What the true morals in life are loyalty and order. And they're going to bring order. And they're going to show Suzuki One exactly what order is like. They don't need 15 guys to bring in order. They only need the 3 of them. They're going to bring justice. And that justice will be when Raw wins a match against SmackDown. And they do like the fist bump and, you know, the Shield promo. You get the picture. And we have next is a kind of like a dual promo segment in which we have it starts off with just the Kings of Wrestling. The Kings of Wrestling's talk about what they did. If you don't know, they showed up and just beat the piss out of Kofi Kingston after the main event of Raw, and they said that, you know, Chris Hero, it's mostly Chris Hero, if I remember correctly. Chris Hero's just, you know, the Kings of Wrestling have wasted time here in WWE. They won the tag titles, and they brought the tag team division where it is. And the tag team division is pretty awesome where it is right now. You know, they did that. That's them. But once you win the tag titles once, you know, you could win them multiple times, but they don't care about winning multiple times. They don't care about tying records and shit like that. No. What the Kings of Wrestling do are exactly that, the Kings of Wrestling. And they realized their mistake. So their attack on Kofi Kingston was a point. A point that together, these guys can do anything. They can take down anyone. You know, oh, it's cheating. They don't care. That's what wrestling is. Just like Daniel Bryan. They respect Daniel Bryan, but when it comes time to it, Chris Hero is going to elbow Daniel Bryan right upside the head and basically murder him. If it has to come to that. They want the gold. And they want to set an example before that. And they're going to do what they need to do. And then we cut back basically after that to Kofi Kingston, like, watching that promo happen backstage. And Randy Orton comes up, and this is where the announcers basically talk how Kofi and Randy is going to be our main event. Kofi's like, I saw what the Kings of Wrestling did. And he's smiling. And Kofi's like, I bet you just want them to soften me up for you, don't you? You know, I never really got the chance to fight you, especially since that whole dynasty situation. I know you left, they kicked you out, but don't think I'm going to take it easy on you. Randy looks at Kofi, he goes, after everything we've been through, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's like a weird, like approval from Randy Orton to Kofi, but, you know, it do be like that sometimes. And then we have our United States title match, Sami Zayn, Austin Aries, good rating. But basically, this match, how this works is Sami Zayn and Austin Aries are just going back and forth, until near the end. And Kevin Steen is, of course, on ringside. Kevin Steen, he doesn't really interfere, but Austin Aries just decides, you know what, fuck it, dickhead for the day, and just hits like a running like knee onto Kevin Steen. And Kevin Steen then he just kind of turns to look at Austin Aries. He's like, oh god, oh fuck, and he runs into the ring, and that's when he rolls back into the ring, and he gets like in the corner, bam, haluva kick into the brain buster, or the brain buster, and we have hold that segment, and that's when he pins him. That's how he unfortunately does not win his United States title back. But then after that, Kevin Steen just rolls into the ring, and like Kevin Steen, it's good to kind of like notice he hasn't really. The whole save he's really been like a more kind of cool guy. He hasn't really done a lot of, not of note, but not a lot of tense. This is Ring of Honor Kevin Steen. He just grabs Austin Aries and just pummels the fuck out of him. He hits him with the package pile driver. He probably puts him through an announce table, some shit, and Sammy has to like, oh, take it chill. And Kevin backs off eventually, and Austin Aries he's just like dead in the corner, like, oh god, I fucked up, guys. So, rest in peace, poor old Austin Aries. And we have a tag match between Sports Entertainment Security, the last real remnants of the Dynasty, and the Young Bucks. And the real thing about this match is eventually, they was not supposed to, what the fuck? They do not pin the Big Show. I wish you could edit the text. They pin Kane. Like I literally said it to, or did I? Bruh. So Kane, okay, so there's that. Kane's supposed to lose. Kane was supposed to lose. Sorry, Big Show. But, rest in peace. But basically, the Big Show is supposed to lose. Kane was supposed to lose. They hit him with the more bang for your buck. Lol, like that's going to happen. And the Young Bucks, they pick up a really upset win. In hindsight, it doesn't really matter because, fuck both of them. But the storyline would have made sense. So Kane loses. Big Show's like, bro moment. And then after that, he just grabs Kane by the neck and just pummels the shit out of Kane. He's like, fuck Kane. All my homies hate Kane. This partnership's over with. Choke slam, knockout punch. That's the end of that. And he walks away as Kane is just lying on a absolute heap. Rest in peace, Kane. Then we have Daniel Bryan basically cutting a promo. It's interspersed with footage of him just working out, pumping iron, trying to get ready for his match, wrestling training. And Daniel Bryan says, I know I'm going to win on Sunday. And it's that Miz doesn't take this seriously. I realize that now. That's the WWE style of wrestling. That's the old style. And I'm going to show the world why that doesn't work. See, he's coming to this show, and he's not going to care. He's not going to give a shit. He's going to do what he always does, and that's try to save his strength. But he should realize that might be the last time he ever gets this opportunity. Not just because I ordained it. I didn't ordain it. But because the amount of talent that will push him to the wayside here in WWE now will be tremendous. A wave will just take him out. Every match is like my last match. Every match that's how I roll. This title, now that I have it, will be defended 100% of the time with 100% of the effort. That's why I'm going to win. And that's why you're going to tap out like a little bitch at Backlash. And then we cut to another My Tyler segment where Daniel Bryan was supposed to be off screen. Basically, The Miz is reacting to that, and he's pissed. He can't really say stuff. And then Triple H just kind of comes out. And there's just the stale down, like, they've had good, chemistry before, but Triple H, he just looks Miz up, and he looks down, and he goes, maybe Daniel Bryan is right. And he just walks away, and Miz, he then just sits there, and then just has a hissy. He fucking breaks the TV, he breaks all the shit. He's just out of it, and at this point, he's just pissed. Everything that he built around him, his world went from being 100% perfect to this fucking shit. And he just goes to town. He's just breaking everything. It's nuts. And then in our main event of the evening, in a 97 match, Randy Orton hits the RKO on a Kofi Kingston. It's a Kofi Kingston Randy Orton. It's not their SummerSlam match, which was bullshit and ends in a no finish because WWE's stupid and they don't realize that no finishes are for TV. But this TV match doesn't end in a no finish. It ends after Chris Hero and Antonio Cesaro run in, and they cost Kofi Kingston the match. Randy Orton able to getting a win with that. Are they in cahoots? Well, after the match, they beat up a little bit more on Kofi, and Randy's like, I'll join in the fun. He hits another RKO onto Randy Orton. The King's Wrestling move to the side, and then Randy looks at them. Well, he looks at Cesaro. He looks at Chris. He looks back to Cesaro, and just as he takes his eyes off Chris Hero, that's when he hits a just roaring elbow right in the side of Randy Orton's head. Then proceed to beat the shit out of both men, Kofi and Randy Orton. Very European uppercut, the exact same thing they did last Monday, but to Randy Orton and Kofi this time. And the Kings of Wrestling then stand there. They do the thumb pose over these two broken bodies. The statement truly has made. Kings of Wrestling want to make a statement, but it's just for themselves and no one else. And that's how we end Monday Night Raw. With a 97A. I'm saying A still, and I hate that. But, God, was that great. Really good episode of Raw. I liked how everything's booked. I like the ratings, variations. I can have a main event, but I don't got to try to book just crazy shit to keep a good rating. I might change some stats. I know I've said this before, but just, I don't know. It's very odd to see Dolph Ziggler go from, his rating was kind of low. But it might just be a thing. But, in promo-wise, from, a 100 to 79, I might change that. I know that's, weird with some people, but, fuck it. Like I said, the stats are already going to be weird being converted from literally 3 different games and 2 different saves. It's going to be weird. But regardless, this was a great episode of Monday Night Raw. I thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys for Sunday and eventually... Not Sunday, SmackDown, and then that Sunday, not the actual day Sunday, for the Backlash All-Star Draft. I really gotta stop fucking goddamn kayfabing and butchering these fucking end screen videos.